Welcome to the Pioneer Sideline, a jam-packed show for you today, filled with women's volleyball, men's and women's soccer, and the Courthouse Case of the Week. We do have a surprise announcement for you coming up in the second segment of this show, so stay tuned for that. I'm your host, Josh Frketic, but the matter at hand right now, it's women's volleyball. They were in a tournament in Clearwater, Florida this past weekend. It all started Friday against Southern Wesleyan College, and they opened up strong, 3-0 to sweep Southern Wesleyan 25-15, 25-20, and 25-12. They had 3 games in all on Friday. The second game was against Trinity Christian, and just like the first, another win, 3-1, 25-20, 18-25, lost the second set there, 25-18 and 25-21 to complete the victory. One more match for Friday, though. It was against a good Florida College team, and they were again able to come out with the victory. 3 games to 1, 29-27, 21-25, 25-23, and again in that fourth set, 25-23. So it all came down to Saturday, a chance to win the championship of this tournament against the host of the tournament, Clearwater Christian, and they just did that. 3 games to 1 on Saturday, 25-20, 25-23, 20-25, and 25-17. This team did not drop a first set at all the entire tournament. They never trailed at all the entire tournament. They played great, and we talk about great things. We bring in someone great. Melissa Stokowski, how are you doing today?
Great, Josh. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on. This team, they're playing again like they were about 2 weeks ago before they hit that little rough AMC stretch.
Yes.
They played great in this tournament.
They absolutely did, and actually we got to the 20-win mark. This is only the second time in Point Park history, second to 2007, that they've gotten to this. So clearly we have an extremely talented team, a well-coached team, a well-leaded team by our captains, and they absolutely played phenomenally this weekend.
It's been a season of milestones over the course of this tournament. Another milestone was hit. It was with Rachel Roddy hitting the 1,000 kill mark for her career. What does Rachel Roddy do for this team?
Oh, she absolutely anchors it. Her leadership, her skills on the team, her talent. It's a player that all of the players can learn from, can feed off of her energy and her skills, and she really just does a great job leading and playing for this team.
Now, sometimes when you go to these tournaments, you get kind of the cupcake teams in the tournament. What did this tournament bring to the Pioneers?
They were challenging. They were some good teams, and kind of comparing them to the AMC team is kind of middle of the road and down. The AMC is a very challenging conference, and so to have more challenging teams in these tournaments to practice against for when we get to these games that we're gonna be getting into the playoffs and everything. So, and I will stick by what I said last week, and you said you'd hold it to me. They will make it to the playoffs. They're right now number 8, 6 go to the playoffs. And I think
they got a long way to go here in this AMC
Absolutely,
schedule.
we do.
2 and 3 right now in the conference. If you really had to pick a soft spot with this team, I might want to say it would be the road record. They're only 2 and 4 on the road, 6-0 at home, and 12 and 2 at neutral sites. So they're playing well in tournaments. They're playing well at home. Why do you think they're slipping up on the road?
It's kind of the same thing. You have more fans when you're at home. You have, that home atmosphere and environment. You're more comfortable playing there. But it's something that you can, work through and get over, and, just going to take them really coming together as a team and making themselves more comfortable in these situations that they're not as comfortable with.
Kevin Taylor of the SID here said this is the meat of the schedule right now. This is where they have to prove themselves. What do you think they're going to do? It's a Thursday against Ursuline. They still have other great teams on this schedule that are on the top of the pack here in the AMC Conference. How do you think they're going to do? First off, let's talk about Ursuline.
Well, one thing, Ursuline's on Thursday, you said?
Yes.
Well, starting on Saturday, we have Ashley Zetek coming back. That is going to change things a lot. As for Thursday, I think we can pull it together. And, like I said, they know that this is the time, that they really need to be working on these things. These girls are smart. They're playing smart together, and they know that this is it. So I think they will be able to pull that together.
And Ursuline's one of those teams that they really have to beat next to last in the AMC Conference. You have to beat those teams. You got to beat the Damons. You have to beat the Ursulines. You have to beat the Carlos of the world of the AMC Conference. So you're saying Thursday with a victory. What do you think? What's Ashley Zetek going to bring? That she's a big hitter on this squad.
Absolutely. She is on par with Megan Lamons. I would say that for sure. And, just having that presence back. And, sometimes you just really need a certain change for your team. Something to kind of just turn on the switch and say, this is it, this is the change, just even psychologically. Just having her back there, having her playing, I think it'll really help the girls, even just mentally. And obviously having her talent in addition to all the other players, it will be a huge, huge help when we start seeing, these tougher teams in the top 3 and 4.